Hi guys, so today I wanted to follow up on my video of yesterday on job search and being laid off, and it has to do with mental health. I think that's really important. I think we don't discuss that very much. Um, Originally, I wanted to talk about it yesterday as far as it really came about in the ending of my video about mental health while looking for a job or being unemployed, right? Whether you're being laid off, you were fired, or what have you. It's really important to stay, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, to uh, look for a friend, a family member that you can um, let them know your situation if you trust them. But it is really important as well to continue to stay active. So, as far as your mental health, one of the things that I've done, and it did take me a while, I normally am active and I like to um, walk around and, what have you. But recently, what I've been doing is going back to the gym and working out. I do my cardiovascular and I also do weights. Um, I will say to y'all, I was doing it every day, but I used to at one time years ago was very muscular, very on the treadmill, or so I got burnt out, right? Um, you don't want to do that to yourself because you're not going to want to work out, right? Because if you make working out a frustration, we're already stressed out every day, whether it's having to deal with your family, your kids, your wife, your significant other, whoever that may be, in addition to dealing with your managers, your co-workers. I mean, the list goes on. So I want to just let you guys know that take the opportunity to work out. That helps your mental health, believe it or not. Whether it's walking at the park, looking at nature, just getting yourself disengaged um, from this, I guess, situation that is happening. Because if you stay stuck in a rut, you're only going to, your mental health will deteriorate. And you can't do that because you have family that depends on you. You have, um, God does not want anything bad for you. He wants the best for your life. And when I talk about God, I'm not a preacher or trying to throw the Bible at anybody. Um, I'm a believer, and that's all. But, you know, just understand that there is a reason for everything. A rejection is a redirection, and I like that. So a rejection is a redirection. There might be a reason why you left. Spend time away with not working to, if you can afford it, right? Take some weeks, a few months, whatever it may take, for you to gain your mental health back. One of the main things, as I mentioned yesterday in my video, um, I have always been independent and not wanting to depend on your family or friends for any assistance, right? It's not bad, but at the end of the day, if you need their help, seek it. I try not to. I try to figure things out on my own, whatever that may be. As I mentioned, if you can apply to an employment, as long as you were not fired, as long as you didn't quit. So if a job did fire you, you can collect unemployment. Um, so that's the means to this video, because I really have felt all the pain that comes with losing a job. And, I always feel like, hey, I need to, apply. Why are they not calling me? Why are they, am I getting all these rejection emails? Again, you're not immune. No one is immune to being rejected. No one is immune to not being laid off or fired. No one is immune. At least when I worked, and not to make myself sound like, this crazy person that, doesn't believe in quitting, but every job that I've had, I've never quit a job. And the reason why is because I've always put it in my mind, even if the manager, the coworkers, whatever the case may be, were, were not healthy for me, I never allow anyone to let me quit, because that will create a cycle. And so I never tried to get into the victim mentality, right? Oh, this and that. I mean, because it's he said, she said kind of thing. And, you're still without a job. You got to take a deep breath. Don't talk to the people that that affected you. And that means your company, right? You know who played a part. If you did get let go, that it was not something that you were expecting. It was not a layoff, or they didn't give you a heads up. If remove them from whatever page or social media you have. In my case, LinkedIn. I've blocked bosses that said that they were there for me, and I had to do it for my mental health. Hey, I'm gonna refer you, and I'm gonna give you a great referral, and because I've always performed, right? I deliver, and I know, I'm committed. I've always been told this, that you're committed, you're a hard worker, you're perform. But and I like to collaborate. I'm a team player. So performance, I used to think that my performance was not going to allow any company to let me go, but no, that's not true. That is not true. So protect your mind, protect your mental health, go to the gym, get active, whatever you need to do. One things that I like to do, I used to be early on, when I was younger, in my teens and 20s and 30s, I really enjoyed watching a good movie. That's what allowed me to distress from everything that is going on. Streaming a great series. So whatever you need to do it. Netflix, I used to be, great at watching that. I paused it for right now because I need to focus on, applying, making sure that I'm getting out there now. I did work after I got laid off. I did find a job, right? And again, same situation. We're gonna, keep you forever because we love your work and we love you as a person. Blah 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 blah. I will tell you this: if you see through them, which I always do, I see through it. Prepare. They say prepare for the worst, right? And that's what I always do, because even though I'm there and I'm, trying to do, not be, argumentative, because it's just not who I am. I am not someone that likes to sit there and argue about this and that. No, I would debate you. I'm a debater. I am someone that would challenge you, but I am not going to be arguing with you. And I've had argumentative people, and they want to get the worst out of me. Don't do it. It is not worth it. And they could never get me that way. Never, not once, because again, that will get them to make let you go faster. Okay, so if you are being treated like that at work, uh, your mental health is very important. We need to start advocating for uh, each other, um, your co-workers, your family. I mean, everyone is going through it right now, and I can see it. I'm watching documentaries on YouTube, which that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, right? Because you get to see, everything that's going on. You get to um, kind of share others people's perspectives. For example, I was able to see a recent documentary on China, right? How everything, their jobs are being um, affected, and the economy is bad. I mean, China is saying that it's not bad, right? They're reporting that it's not bad. The US is reporting that it's not bad, but it is. It is bad. Our economy is bad. Our job market, our jobs, the jobs that they're reporting, they're not accurate. They're not accurate. I've seen so many people. I've talked to so many people because I've been recruiting for years, and I built relationships with candidates and um, co-workers, and I've spoken to many, and I've seen on LinkedIn their stories as well. I mean, it's there. So the numbers don't reflect what all these people being let go. The numbers are not the math ain't mathing, like they say. It's not mathing. So I just want to let y'all know, hang in there. I think that before I continue, please subscribe to this channel if you can. Share it to anyone who may need some type of to hear the video, that it's going to be very informative for them. Again, I'm just here speaking about my experience being affected by this job market. I'm speaking from my me working and speaking to candidates, thousands, of candidates, thousands and thousands. I've spoken to hundreds and hundreds of hiring managers. I've worked in different industries. I mean, I will tell you that no one is immune to it. You will be affected. Do not have the attitude. And there's a lot of people that have an attitude, well, it will never happen to me, and the company. That's what I always say. If I invest in the company, the company should invest back in me, right? Nope. Fortunately, you have to continue to persevere. You have to really become a chameleon and be careful with your mental health again. Because if you damage your mental health, because a lot of Americans, and I see it, when I go to the store, just when I see my family, you can see the struggle, with, trying to fight to maintain a job, trying to put food on the table, trying to pay bills, like, we all are. But the US is struggling with this, and everyone is trying to come over here because, immigrants, is what I'm trying to say. Immigrants from all over the world are trying to come to the US. And I see why they have a hard time when they're here. I see why, but they're working and not complaining. And I will say this, that if you're affected by being let go from your job, remember one thing that I use a lot is I always try to say, well, maybe someone else is always um, going through something tougher than what I am. Trust me, you could be sick. Um, you could be missing a leg. You could be missing them. I just told my daughter this a few days ago because um, she's struggling with school, and so I just kind of try to lift her spirits up because she's a beautiful girl, and I just wanted to let her know that, you know, everything's gonna be okay. I mean, again, you could be an immigrant, right, without papers, right? You could, and that come from a family of immigrants, right? Which my parents are immigrants. I'm not, but I was born here. But again, I do come from a family of immigrants, and when I see not just my Latino community, but people from China, Japan, India, um, just people from all over the world. Everyone is being affected. Now, everyone thinks that Latinos are, everyone is a Mexican. Not everyone is a Mexican. People are from Puerto Rico, people are from Salvador, or El Salvador, people are from Brazil, and I can go on and go on. Okay, Mexico is one place, and then there's other places, but not everyone is a Mexican. I do agree that the Mexican food is great, so, but which I love being a Latino. There's a lot of things. We're all about family. I was raised that way with my grandma. She passed away, and it did hurt us. That might be another topic, but for different time. But I love being a Latino, and I'm sure you love being your culture. But just look at it in that way. There's so many immigrants right now that are getting deported. That could be me. This person is, is going through this. They just got, their life got taken away, right? Look at it in that sense, where not, yeah, you're laughing at it or it's a joke, but your life could be worse. You could be going, luckily you're in the US, luckily there is assistance, you just gotta seek it, lucky you might have family, right? There's people that are taking this to another level and are wanting to start living in their cars. I mean, I've thought about I've thought about it, but I need a restroom. I need a fridge. I need a stove. I needed my TV, actually. That's my number one thing. If you can take everything away from me, leave me my big screen TV, and then I think I should be fine. But no, I mean, jokes to the side. Take care of yourself, guys. Please subscribe. This is a new channel, and I just want to help, people with all the pain that I've gone through right in life. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. Hang in there, hug your family, let's advocate for everyone's mental health. Start working out, and I do go work out. Like I said, I was doing it every day, but so I won't get burnt out. I'm doing it every other day now, but I do a tough workout, cardiovascular and weights, and I'm doing the elliptical machine, which is one of the heaviest, machines. So I'm like sweat everywhere, because I like to do a good workout. But just want to let you know that after the end of the day, when you're working out, honestly, that is the best relief you can have. I just want you to focus on the positives in life. If you go work out and you skip all this kind of it's a huge stress reliever for you, because when I work out I literally can't even breathe. I have to like, I feel like I'm almost gonna pass out. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I literally feel like I'm about to pass out. Maybe I'm hungry. Whatever the case is, just there's times where I don't even want to work out, but I do wake up really early every day anyway. I wake up at 5 in the morning. Even if you're looking for a job, wake up at 5 in the morning. I mean, I know that I had already my workout, and whatever. It's probably already 11 and people are still asleep. No, I'm awake. I'm already awake. But it feels good to wake up early. Sometimes I don't want to go work out, because sometimes it just feels like, why am I going to work out? I'm just tired of my brain. There's a lot of stress. I don't feel like, and it really has to do with your mind. Overall, mind over your body. And that's one thing I always push myself from, is saying, keeping that in mind. But anyway, please subscribe, and hopefully this does help you guys. Like I said, I'm only here to try to share my experiences. And all right, guys, you have a go.